Aloha, Martina Wing here with the Manta Rays. It's Wednesday, 11 o'clock here in Hawaii, and I always like to talk about the Manta Rays and what's happening with them here. And today I want to talk about actually not something that is very pleasant, but it is necessary. We want to talk about hall lighting and what's happening within our industry. And Connie is here. Thank you, Connie. Hi to New Zealand. Thanks for being here. So before we jump in, you maybe have seen other Facebook Lives before. I'm located here in Kona, Hawaii. I always have my map so you know where I am. This is the big island of Hawaii. I live in Kailua, Kona. And I dive and snorkel and educate, advocate, film, all kinds of things about the manta rays. And we have this really amazing manta experience here in Kona, Hawaii. You can check out other Facebook Lives about it. But today I want to actually go into the background or look behind the scene of one of the problems we have here in Kona with the boat operators and how people conduct their business to see the manta rays and how they show it to the people. And it's not going to be a long video because once you see the footage it all makes sense to you. And what I'm talking about is hall lighting today. So let's dive right into this. And what is hall lighting? First of all, what is a hall? Got a little prop here for you guys. This is a boat. So any kind of boat has a hull. That's the hull of the boat. And of course, every boat has an engine. And the engine has propellers. And that's located right here. And so this is the hull of a boat. And we're talking about how this is actually dangerous for the animals. When I talk about the basic concept, what we've done for so many years, it's 30 years now. We turn on lights in the ocean at night. Here's a light. Ooh, not turning on. Here we go. There's a light. Scary. Yesterday was Halloween, so I just want to give props to that. But anyway, so if you turn on a light at night in the ocean, plankton is attracted to it, and the manta rays just learned over the many years that when they come to light, the plankton is in abundance, and when the food is abundant, then they come and feed. And I just want to say hi to Rick. Rick, I haven't seen you here on Facebook Live. Thanks for being here. And Tara is here as well. Thank you so much. So the basic concept is attract plankton to lights. So the animals come and join you and feeds around the lights. And then the whole industry has been created around this concept. And for 30 years, tourist boats bring the visitors to the animals to see them. You will be blown away if you do it one day. I changed my life so many years ago. But what happened a few years ago is that boat operators thought it's easier not to go to the central viewing area, but to install... thanks, Rick. Thanks for saying that. Thanks so much. Boat operators decided, we usually have a central viewing area, and I go into this thread as well and another Facebook Live. When you don't go to the central viewing area, you just install lights in your hull, and then you attract the manta rays around your boat. And when you do that, you have your own private show. It's actually really upsetting, but I don't want to go into the upsetting part. The upsetting part is that the animals actually get hurt. And if you install a light right by the propellers, by the hardware of the boat, then the animals get injured. And I'm going to show you some footage here in a second too, but what happens, here's the propeller, and the manta rays the light is right around it, and the manta rays just want to feed on the plankton. That's what their condition, that their brain understands. They come too close and they run into the propellers, they run into the ladders, etc., etc. So that's what I'm talking about. And I don't need to talk more. I'm going to show you some footage. And as I've done before, I'm going to switch the camera around and then you can see how this looks like. Just give me a second. I have to push the button. There you go. All right. So yeah, in our series of threats to the manta rays, we talk about hall lighting today. And then here's the next. And here's another picture. I was trying to expand with my hands. It's usually not so great. But what you see here on the picture is this is an engine of a boat. This is the propeller. This is the propeller and the engine. And yeah, it's attached to the boat, of course. And I'm looking from below towards the camera, and then you can see the lights that are really, really close. This is where the food is attracted to the plankton, to the lights, and then it's really, really close to the actual hardware. And I have a video of that. It gives you an idea. Here we go. I don't think I have to say much on this. It speaks for itself. And you know, while I'm filming this, I'm just crunching up, and I'm just like, this animal is gonna run into it. they're just really, really close to it. All right, I think that's the end of the video. And then I'm gonna go to the next one, where you can actually see what also happens when you... Jackie is here. Nice. I hope you're scanning, Jackie. I hope that's what you're doing right now. Anyway, so now I'm showing you a video about how 2 manta rays running into a ladder. So here's the boat, here's the light, there's the ladder, and the animal is just trying to feed around it. It wants to do a barrel roll. Same here, this is Blaine Ray now. And yeah, it's not pretty, but it's the truth. We need to visualize that to really drive the point down. And yeah, in this case, the manta ray didn't get injured, but it's definitely not the concept. We're all making a living of looking at these beautiful animals. We don't want to injure them or be in their way in any way. And yeah, that's my last video on this, and I'm going to switch around. But here we can see actually how the manta rays are getting injured. The video clip before, Blaine Ray and Cara, they didn't get injured. But get ready, this is not... yeah, Connie, I'm going to say that stupid boats. I agree. And you know what really is the most upsetting about this? That they would make the same amount of money if they don't turn the lights on. You know, it's so incomprehensible. It's a hard word for me to say. Anyway, so here you can see, this is Yana Ray. And here she ran into a propeller, and it really took some skin off of her. So I'll keep going on this. There's a little bit more footage coming. And this is even more upsetting. I'm sorry to show this to you, but... Oops, sorry about this. That was not the idea. All right, so now this is the same manta ray. She just really got beat up and has these injuries right here and here. So this cephalic fin actually got injured so bad that is the cephalic fin has no feeling in it anymore. I think the nerves got so damaged that the cephalic fin is always hanging down, and most people just don't understand that actually the industry that makes a living of them, yeah, I have to say I'm not really complicit, but I'm kind of complicit. I invite with my imagery more and all these people to this experience. Yeah, so I leave this on the screen for a little bit longer. When people watch this later on, I just really want to drive the point in. And this is how the industry, manta industries, hurting the animals. And it's a big problem. It's just, one boat. I'm back again. This is not just one boat, it's actually several. And I want to just go really quick into the history. And until 2012, everybody was playing on the same playground and was following the rules, and we were doing really well. The industry was also not so big, not so many boats. But then one boat said, no, I'm gonna play with you guys in your sandbox. I'm gonna do my own thing. And they installed the whole lights. They stayed away from the actual viewing area. And then from there, another boat said, well, if they do it, I can do it. And the next boat. I think we have about 6 or 7 boats now that do this, and in this nature experience is very interrupts the whole flow, the fragmentation. Facebook Live will be on another time on this subject matter, but yeah, and then plus the whole lighting, and so to injure the animals, I can't stand it. And I do have a solution. Yeah, so 2012, that's what it all started out. More and more boats. We're in 2017. I will another Facebook Live in our mini-series about the threats to the manta rays will be about what the state is doing about this. I'll give you a little hint. They're very slow, and another thing to be upset about. But I'm actually trying to get someone to join me on Facebook Live. Maybe I can do it. If not, then I will give you the facts where we are with the regulations coming for the industry. But it's not until 2019. I know that for sure already. Anyway, so 2012 to 2017, so for all these years, the manta rays are always in danger. And we do know that regulations will address it, but it's not another 2 years to go. So, do I have solutions? Of course, there is something that that you can do as the consumer, and I'm going to put the link also into the description. It's the green list of activity providers. What the green list is all about, it is telling you which boat operators working within the standards. We actually have standards, operator standards. We're not just a wild bunch of crazy people here and trying to make a living. We have rules, and We have written down standards, and it's not that hard to follow those, but there are always the boats that just think their business is more important, their customers are more important, and it hurts everybody in the long run, and especially the manta rays. So look up in the description, it's the mantaraygreenlist.com. It's all under the Hawaii Ocean Watch nonprofit organization. And yeah, you can make decisions who to go out with and who to choose from. And they will not use whole lighting, and this is a really good thing if you come here to Kona, Hawaii, go with the green-listed activity providers. So that's all for now. So I'm going to say bye from the manta rays. I will be back next week on Wednesday, 11 o'clock. Share this video. It's important information. I'll talk to you later. Give me a like, give me a share, and bye-bye for now.